Hi, I'm making a little video to show you something that I just happened across. It's a pretty cool action that on a Macintosh computer will let you work more in the terminal without having to pop into the Finder quite so often. I despise the Finder, so I like doing things this way. I'm running iterm2, that's the application showing the terminal, and my shell is the ZSH shell, the Z shell, or the Z shell if you're American, and I'm running the oh my ZSH configuration. To be honest, I don't know which of those three things is causing the behavior I'm about to show. So the way I find files is I do ls, it means list files. So that shows me the files that are in this directory. You can see that I'm moving my mouse around here. If I hold down the command key on the keyboard, I'm pressing it right now. Now what happens is if I move the mouse over a given file, it colorizes differently. And what happens is that I'm colorizing this PDF file here called Stick Shadow 01. If I press the mouse, if I click the mouse at this time, what it will do is it will open that file using whatever is configured to open such a file. And you can see the resultant file here. I guess there we have, it's probably good enough. Maybe just in case it's interesting to you, this is at a particular time. You can see the time in the first line here. It just shows that, and at a particular location, which for me is Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. It shows this, imagine that there was a vertical stick here. This would show the direction of the shadow of the stick. And by orienting this, by basically printing this thing for a given time, you can then make such a thing such that if you rotate this, then you'll know at that location the exact orientations of east and west and so forth. That's not magnetic north. It's the, I don't know what it's called, the planetary north, the other kind. Getting a bit sidetracked here, so I'll stop with that. Yeah, the main point is hold down Command, and then any file name that you click on will open up as it would in the Finder. Could be very, very helpful for if you're like me and just really don't like the Finder. If you prefer doing an ls to find files and a cd, for an example, cd git, and then an ls tells me what I have in the git directory. So between ls and cd, you get most of what the Finder lets you do. You want to copy files, you can do a cp. You want to move files, you can do an mv. You want to remove files, you can do an rm. That's pretty much half of what the Finder does. And you can want to open a file, you can open and then whatever is the name of the file. That's pretty much what the Finder does, in my opinion. Make a new directory, mkdir. Remove a directory. Yeah. There's also ways of linking things with ln or ln-s. No, okay, so I've just told you this is about maybe 6 Unix commands that really replace the Finder. Maybe if you're like me, you'll stop using the Finder and use the shell more. All right, that's the end of the video. Bottom line, I can say it in a sentence. If you hold down the command key and then press your mouse over any file, you will be able to open that file. And again, I'm using a Macintosh computer with the terminal called iterm2, with a shell called ZSH, with a particularization called oh my ZSH. Thanks, I hope this was useful. If it was, I'm happy.